Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it is time for a review of the new Lil Tecca project, Virgo World. This is the debut commercial album of New York rapper and singer Lil Tecca, who broke with some big singles back in 2018 and 2019 with the Lyrical Lemonade-endorsed Ransom going platinum multiple times. His debut mixtape, We Love You Tecca, did impressive numbers too, over 1 million units. However, at the time that it dropped, I can't say I really had strong feelings on it. Tecca's smooth, melodic vocal style, nasal timbre, and affection for generic trap beats struck me as pretty average at the time. Maybe it's something that would change as he grew artistically. However, with Virgo World, things aren't sounding much different. Vocally, Tecca is still one of the most carbon copy artists I've heard come up in the past few years. His range is unimpressive, his vocal tone is vaguely whiny, the massive amount of autotune isn't really doing him any favors either. His flows and melodies, in my opinion, don't really stand out in a growing ocean of Uzi Verts, thuggers, and boogies with hoodies. And despite Nav sounding as robotic as he usually does with his feature on the song Foreign, there is a case to be made. At least Nav has a more recognizable voice. His sound, his style, is more distinct than Tecca's. I will say on this record there are flashes of potential here and there, like with the intensely fast flows that Tecca jumps on with the song Back It Up. There's also the sensual and intimate melodies on Take 10 that are quite nice, but honestly, the delivery method is off. I listened to this thing just wishing a better vocalist had handled it. Don't know if it's entirely necessary to explain the nature of the lyrical content on this project too. It is pretty surface level from front to back, and I'm not saying that you need super deep lyrics to catch a vibe or make a record in this style sound great. You don't. But if Tecca did have great lyrics to his advantage, that would at least be something that would make him stand out in the crowd. Sadly, the moments that stuck with me on this record the most were the ones that often were the most embarrassing. Like the track TikTok. Not only are the verses on this one horrendously lazy, but the mess of auto-tuned vocal harmonies just sounds like an auditory abortion. Plus, the track list on this thing is loaded with these 1 to 2 minute barely songs, most of which feel like they only exist to fulfill this formula of let's just rack up as many streams as possible on one record in under an hour, put out a shotgun blast of songs, pray for a hit. And look, not that you can't write a good short song. There are lots of great short songs out there on the internet, many more being made every day, but with so many stacked on top of each other on one record, it makes the whole thing feel really breezy and wash, rinse, repeat. The beat choices on this record I don't think are any better than they were on Tecca's tape. Once in a while there's some surprises like the ultra clubby Royal Rumble. The glitzy beat on Selection from DJ Scheme and Skrillex hits pretty hard too, but Tecca is almost buried in it. Look, for the most part, the beats on this thing just sound like Spotify Rap Caviar playlist filler. One more surprise that Tecca packs into this track list is the number of songs that lean in a more dancehall direction, which is a pretty exciting prospect given Tecca's Jamaican roots. But his attempts to cross over into this sound feel no more significant than your average pop-friendly trapper hopping onto a trend that Drake helped snowball years ago. For me, the closest thing to an endearing banger on this entire project was Miss Me. The groove and beat, sunny synths, and heartening vocals, all of which paints Tecca in this very tender, happy-go-lucky light that I think fits him well. A stark contrast from the dull, muted musings on Club Minutia and feeling underestimated on the song Closest to Heaven, or the other completely unremarkable tracks on the rest of the record. Overall, is Virgo World one of the worst things I've heard in 2020? I don't think so. But simultaneously, it's so shockingly underwhelming and non-specific, it's like a slog to listen to because I'm just desperate for something interesting to happen. Feeling a light to decent 3 on this one. Tran. Zishin, have you given this album a listen? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best, you're the best. What should I review next? Hit the like if you like. Please subscribe and please don't cry. Hit the bell as well. Over here next to my head is another video that you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Lil Tecca, Virgo World, forever.